Good evening, everyone, from Purely Us. Anna Lynn, and I'm Daniel.
Good evening, everyone.
What we want to discuss is dating, men, dating, and I'm speaking specifically about foreigners, and more specifically in the Philippines, only because I'm here in the Philippines with my love, Anna Lynn, and how we met and our whole story. Now, this is from, as the old expression it says, from the horse's mouth. This is speaking with females that we know, that have went out with or know very, very well. In this case, it happens to be American men, and it doesn't matter, foreigner is a foreigner, I guess, but American men. And first I'll talk about what men, please listen up, what you shouldn't do and don't do and never do anyways if you truly want a good quality lady. A good quality lady.
Good relationship.
A good relationship. A true relationship. Something that can lead to marriage.
No hiding or no.
All up front.
Yeah. Yes.
Open about
honest.
Everything.
Open and honest relationship.
This evening, one lady was telling us about a Filipino lady was telling us about her experience with an American who was interested in her. Well, one of the many things that she said was so self-assured, so certain of everything, so knowing, so
knowledgeable.
Come across as completely knowledgeable about everything, and again, so certain. I'm going to use that word, certain. Well, basically it's boastful. And you know what? I'm a pretty smart guy, and that's an understatement. And she's a smart lady, a true understatement. But you know what? By talking to either one of us, there's no how intelligent we are, how much we know and we're certain of. There is none of that. Only those who aren't comfortable in their own skins are the boastful ones who think they know everything. The lower the IQ, you know everything. Because you can't think about many things, so you know one or two things, so I guess you think you know everything. And it's always the lowest level, too, of intelligence. So stop with that. Change yourself. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes to be around that type of person. The know everything.
Know everything and very boastful.
Very boastful. What makes us click, if you will, is we're both like children, asking, inquiring, learning, wanting to learn. Never saying we know it all. We'll say something like, and I'm speaking more than Anna Lynn because I'm speaking as a guy in this dating cycle, or I used to be in the dating cycle, that I don't know. I think this, and what I've heard is this, but I don't know. I don't know basically anything. So tell me more. I'm open to learn. I want to learn. You be that way. She liked that about me. I love that about her. She's the most curious, always exploring, discovering, researching. I am too. And I'm not meaning as a scientific big study, although we do that too. But no, I'm talking as just to find out, what does that mean? I'd like to know more about that. Tell me more. not, in other words, not afraid to admit, I don't know everything. Matter of fact, I know hardly nothing. As much or as little as I know. So stop that, men. Stop that. Stop that. And the same with the women, I'm sure. I don't have the first-hand knowledge, recent first-hand knowledge, I should say that. But that's true too. And with the women, the independence. Oh my goodness. Nobody likes to hear about that. So I guess you want to be alone. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, that's how far that goes. Now, the other biggie is about money, money, money. Again, I'm speaking of a lady that today was telling us about her experience with an American. And he kept saying to her, and he was interested in her, of course, I have this, I have that, I have this from my family that was handed down to me. Oh, big deal, so something is handed down to you. You didn't earn it, it was given to you. Whoop-de-doo, that's even more of a, but besides that, even if he earned it, it really doesn't matter about his big assets here, and then about his incomes, and how he can give her everything and do anything. Well, he lost what I think is a very good woman right from the beginning with those kind of statements, that kind of mentality. And by the way, what you say is how you think is how you are. So if that's so important, shows what you're about. Stuff. You think you can buy a woman, in other words. And that will control her, and you'll find happiness. And she should be happy too. She should be thankful that you give her this and that. Am I right, honey?
Yes.
I mean, you're the first one. Well, not the first, but you're huge on about the last thing you want to talk about
It's money.
is money, and not about responsible, expenses and things like that. No, that's a completely different story. We talk about that all the time. We handle it together, by the way. Everything. She knows everything about me, and I know everything about her, by the way. Everything. And we share. We pool our funds. Everything. But I'm talking about me saying, I have this much income, and I have this much net worth and assets and so forth and so on. That turns her off. That's the last thing she cares about. She knows the only thing that is any value to her is a roof over her head and food and water. It's not about stuff.
And healthy.
And health, yes. Healthy comes, it's right there.
Yeah.
First, really. First.
Nice.
But about clothes and stuff and things and going here and there and coiffed hair, the manicures and the pedicures and the makeups and the handbags and the shoes and the, my goodness, no. Most of her, matter of fact, most of her things, Anna's, are seconds. Or were given to you. You purchased them somehow or other. You don't care. You don't care about style. You just care about function.
Because you cannot bring that.
Yeah. It's not important to her. Same as with me.
It's not
So
important.
she's a
as long as
very...
you have like this man.
Thanks, honey. I love you.
Love you
I
too.
really do. Wow, you're something. I love the heck out of you. But we're both simple, plain. That's where the value is. It's in here. It's not about stuff. So guys, stop about the money. Now, I'm going to go to another lady from yesterday that is the opposite of this very good woman that I was just referring to now, that not about money not about boastful this and stuff and showing off, and plain and simple lady. To a lady who, well, let's put it this way. The moment I first met her, I go, oh my God, she's one of those kind. Meaning, she's after money. She's like a playgirl, if you want to use that term, whatever. Always about
Material things.
And scoring with a boyfriend. And then the bigger the better, but not even interested in the guy. About the score, then moving on. The score, then moving on. The score, then moving on. Really. A playgirl, I guess you could call it, like a playboy. And she met with her current boyfriend, and he flew in to see her, to be with her for a few days, and she did all the primping and all this and all that. And again, I saw her before he got here and after, and I've heard about from people who were with them also some a lot of details, even more so. Well, anyways, besides he took her here and there, expensive, fancy, this and that. Well, who was it? Do you know whose idea it was to go to Victoria's Secrets? Was it hers or his? I don't know. I'm not sure either. I guess it really doesn't matter. But Victoria's Secrets went to, and he paid in pesos over 10,000 pesos. Over 10,000 pesos, which it's under $200, which I guess to some of you that's not a lot, but to some people that's a very lot. But almost $200 worth of sexy stuff, and I'm sure they're not going to be together, if they still even are. And this just occurred, by the way. She's going to use that for her next playgirl thing, to show her next score how sexy she is and whatever. So she can maybe score even bigger and better. So that kind of woman, guys, if you're with the woman who talks about, oh, I need this or that, or, oh boy, wouldn't it be nice to, or, again, in the Philippines, oh, my family needs, boy, something happened in the family, and or something happened in the house, or something that needs fixing, or, oh, my poor this, or poor that, or, in other words, about the family, needy, run. Or about stuff, things. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to go to Victoria's Secrets. I use that as an example. Or, oh, we could go to a nice restaurant. Or, who cares? The first time I got here, and I'm going to shut up in a moment. First time I came, that was November of last year. Some friends of Anna's, they, especially one, wanted and forced us to go to a very expensive place, wanted to show me the big time. It was the worst food I had here. And it wasn't just once, it was several times. Everything was so wow. To me, it was the opposite. I wanted to sample the real Philippine food, on the street level, if you will. What people eat. The good stuff, not the fancy chic stuff that doesn't interest me. So, here I get it all the time, every night. Watch our videos on that, by the way. She's she's Hong Kong trained chef Anna Lynn. Amazing. She could take the most simple, plain thing and in moments turn it into a masterpiece of flavor. And her presentations amaze me too, and I don't know how she does it. But anyways, guys, one, don't boast. Yeah. Change yourself. That's what turns anybody up. eventually, even if you get married, you and her having to have this and that, and you know what? I'm going to use the word, you're going to lose. It's a lose-lose for both of you from the get-go. That's what you're about. That's a lose. So stop that. Change that in your personality to make you have a personality instead about stuff. And two, if the woman talks about, oh, my family, or it'd be nice if only we could do this or do that, or, you know, if I had this or anything, run also.
Think twice.
Think twice. Make me think lots of, listen to the words and the tones,
Think twice.
the intentions.
Yeah, the intentions.
So if you want a good woman, you want somebody who's, I'm going to say the word pretty plain and simple. Because you know what, when you're married, do you really want somebody who's going to be hanging out in the beauty parlor or in the stores shopping all the time, or always have to go somewhere? Yes, fancy, of course. Have a nice fancy house, fancy car, fancy clothes, fancy makeup, fancy life, fancy foods, fancy lifestyle.
Until you don't have any money already.
Well, and even if you had hundreds of millions, it doesn't matter. What is that? Who cares? That's not where the quality is. Most of the super wealthy people I know, billionaires, guess what? They're very unhappy people. They're very unhappy people. Very lonely. I mean, even if they're married, they're lonely. So enough on that. So heed our words. You want somebody plain and simple, who's upfront, honest, who is interested in the relationships, not stuff, not things, not a fancy jet-setting lifestyle, nothing of the sort. That's where the happiness is, and yeah, that's where we are. And follow us, please, and subscribe, of course, and talk about what we talk about, and share what we talk about. Learn to have a good life. Not what you're sold by the advertisers or by your supposedly friends. You're all competing against each other and you don't even know it. Enough of that. You'll take care from Anna Lynn and Daniel from Purely Us. You take care. Bye now.